Hello, this is a video reply to a comment LordImmolation sent me. Now, I think we have settled our accounts for now in terms of the fact that we both agree that the practice that he calls metaphysics is something I find of use. It's practical to me, it satisfies all my requirements for being a good tool to believe in. But let's go through this comment. I guess I'll make this as a reply. This is a comment regarding metaphysics and fish sticks, which was a video by Math Fails. And LordImmolation says, all words are abstractions and intellectual pigeonholes, which I agree. But part of the job of metaphysics is to explain which abstractions are most fundamental and how they interact with each other. Now, how are you going to do that? Well, in analytics, the way you do that is you take a concept and you find what concepts it depends upon. Those concepts are what I would call the input principles to an argument to draw what were originally your principles and your ideas as conclusions. Okay? So, you have to look at things in terms of what they can be put in terms of, right? So, for example, I can put the concept of fruit in terms of particular fruits. So the concept of a particular fruit it's going to be more fundamental, or to be very abstract about it, the concept of a particular thing is more fundamental than the concept of a category of things, right? Okay, well, in metaphysics, this is the point. What is most fundamental between practicality and analytics? Well, you have to look at which can be put in terms of the other. You can put analytics in terms of practicality. It's practical for me to all the useful fictions of mathematics that ignore details of reality but focus on other details. Well, those other details are very important details. They are these analytic truths. And so that's good enough. I can justify that practically. And if you can't justify practicality in terms of analytics, then practicality is going to win at being more fundamental. But anyway, I also want to find which abstractions are more fundamental. You'll see that I layer my concepts of abstractions always in terms of what can be defined in terms of something else. That's my analytic way of layering them. And I use pragmatics to justify, to test input principles separate from my analytic proofs of them. Now this is continuing with LordImmolation. You, for example, are committed to the ontological abstraction of perception. Yes, and I'll agree to admit to that, given that I've clarified what it means when you want to call that a metaphysics. But I am committed to the ontological abstraction of perception. But not as a particular thing. I think we're investigating what perception actually is, but just that it's extant. So it does exist. There's an ontological, reality to the fact that within my ontology there is this abstraction of perception. True. Continuing with LordImmolation, I, on the other hand, think perception is reducible and explainable by the physical world, which is why I'm committed to realism. I think that's interesting because to me, I think you're claiming to be more materialist than I. Because you think it's explainable by the physical world. But I'm a materialist too. I think anybody that believes it's explainable by the physical world is is a materialist. But that's the thing. I want to claim that I am the more true materialist because I say everything is testable by material means. So that seems to me why I get to claim that I'm the more physically oriented one. Because I'm saying that physical tests are ultimately the valid ones. So I just wanted to, this doesn't require a reply or yes or no or not. I mean, it's not like you guys reply when I ask and don't when I say don't. But anyway, this is just me saying that's my position on this subject. That can just be encapsulated, and for now, that's my position. All right. Cheers.